Good afternoon. How are we today? Is it still our peaceful day? Thank you. How many hours have we spent this morning to get here? Couple hours? 7 hours. Wow, okay. We will have all day today. First of all, I pay respect to the Mahasangha and respect to the city officials, all police department, fire departments, and all the staff here who hosted us here. And thank you to all the volunteers. Today is our 86 days of walking from Fort Hood to here. I believe it's about 1,800 miles of walking already. This is a long walk, isn't it? And we still be able to stand here in front of all of you. And this is the first stadium that I am honored to stand here and talk with you all. This is the first one throughout this 86 days. Thank you so much. I have never thought about this moment. I was just like a regular monk, just like every other monk here in front of you and many more who live in this United States and around the world. Just one out of millions monks who practice mindfulness, who practice to purify the mind, to manage that monkey, to manage that wild animal inside of me. And somehow, after 2 to 3 years of making a silent vow to walk, to share the message of peace, to raise the awareness of peace to all the people who I will meet along the road. And somehow it's turned out to be like this. That is something that I have never expected. At the beginning, when I walk, I was just thinking of like maybe 1,000 of people I will meet along the road. And now look at this. How many thousands here? A lot. We can't even count because back there, you see all those people are back there? We can't even count the number here. But not just today. It's been crowded like this for the last couple of states. Except Texas, when we started out, not many people knows about this walk. And there are people still concerned. They said, I have never thought, I don't know that monks exist in Texas. And so for this turnout to tell me is that we are, all the people here are suffering deeply for so long. And that is the reason why when we hear about this movement and we are coming out to walk together with the Venerable monks, hoping to find peace. Is that right? And peace is something that we have seen on signs, on the walls, on paper, and been listening to it a lot for many years. but we barely have peace in our life. Why is that? Can somebody tell me why we cannot have peace in our life? And while there are so many people, so many ancestors, and those brave people who have done a lot to bring freedom and peace to this world, and we still here suffer. Because we are way too busy chasing the materialities, chasing the outside world, and we have left our inner world suffer. We have one world inside of us, and I call that world is the world of wild animal. We have all kind of wild animal inside of us, which is our mind. Why I use that wild animal to represent for our mind, to talk about our mind, is because we have all kind of delusion. Greedy, anger, hatred, or you can name it, a lot of things. Sometimes that tiger, that wild animal, can eat us up and the others. Because those wild animals are not well trained, not under control, it's not under leased. It's not on lease, that's why when there's a chance, that wild animal will come out and then harms us and then harms the others. Looks around us, schools, shopping center, houses, street, everywhere in this country and around the world, there are so many things happening. Just within a second, is that right? And all people are afraid to go out as well. Suffer. It's because we cannot manage, we cannot control that animal. We let it free. We live with it. That is very dangerous. The most dangerous animal in this world is not tiger, not the real tiger, not the bear, not the lion, but our mind. Our mind, when our mind can bring happiness, joy to all beings in this world, our mind can also bring tears to this universe. Depends on how we want it to turn out. If we want peacefully, if we want to bring joy to the people, we will have wonderful thoughts, good thoughts. But if we just have a delusion mind and use that mind to think of all the bad things to harm the others, that is when we bring tears to the human beings, to the beings. And a lot of this happened already. Not the human alone, but the Mother Earth also brought tears to all of us. Disasters. A lot of different kind of disasters, is that right? And we just finished with the COVID-19, one of the disasters that killed so many people. And we are grateful and lucky enough that we're still alive. Isn't it? But we don't know if we will run into the next one, and we could be the one who will have to die. And that moment and that disaster will come sooner or later. Because it's just growing and growing and it's keep coming and coming. It will not stop. Do you know why? It's because we always spread hate, delusion, greedy, anger, all those things to the universe. We've been doing that for so long. Most of us, majority of us, would do that because we are not aware of our thoughts, of our speech, of our actions. That is why we always spread all those things to the universe. So when we spread all those bad things to the universe, when it's full, when it's enough, it will come back to us. That is why we've been receiving so much sufferings, disaster, and so many things around us. It's not something that is out of the blue and then it's just come. It's just that because we are living in this world and we added to it. One person just throw one dot of hatred to the universe, and all the people here throwing dots of hatred into the universe, it will return. Just like throwing the ball to the wall, it will bounce back. What if all of us here chance that instead of throwing hatred, anger, and greedy, and delusion, and all that things to the universe, we now throw in loving kindness, compassion, and peace to the universe? What will turn out? The universe will shower back with love, kindness, compassion, and peace to all beings. Fair enough? But I have to mention one thing. Earlier that I mentioned that there are so many ancestors, there are so many brave people who try to bring peace to the world, and yet, of course, it can only bring peace to a portion of the world, and to the amount of people cannot change this world. No one in this world can. And our venerable monks are the same. We cannot change this world. And they have sacrificed their life just because they want to have freedom for their country, for the world. They want to have peace for the people. That is why they stand up, they do something in exchange for peace to all of us here. And they have died. And we are the people who still survive. We still live in this world, which is this is the future generation and many more future generations. We live, but we don't have gratitude towards those people. Why is that? It's because we still hold anger, hatred, because of their death. So that one time at the state capital of Alabama, I have stated this. They have died because peace and freedom for all of us to live in this world. It is now time that we should forgive and forget. Move on. Let all those anger and hatred cease within compassion and loving kindness so that peace can be bloom and flourish throughout this country and around the world. That is a way to pay gratitude towards our ancestors and all those people who have sacrificed their life for us. We should not live with anger or hatred or regret or anything like that anymore when we come to this year, the year of 2026. This is the time, this is the call for all of us to be awake. We have been in sleep for a long time. We slept for a really, really long time already. And we, as a Buddhist monks, we travel, we walk everywhere. It's just to hand you the key. Hopefully that you will stay awake and try to lock that box where you have locked peace and happiness inside of that box and left it somewhere for a long time and you've forgotten it. The keys, we will share it to you. All we expect, all we ask is for you to unlock yourself. No one else can. is within you. What is that key? The key of mindfulness. Mindfulness is something that we've been missing out. We live in this world, we breathe in and we breathe out. And of course, it's just like the way of the robot working. Breathe in and breathe out, moving back and forth, just like somebody controlling it. We don't have mindfulness. We are not aware of each and every breath going in and out. While we are living with those breaths, one breath in without going out, we die. Just that fast, that quick, because of impermanent. And we are here not to spread Buddhism, we are here not to try to convert anybody, but we are here to share with you the key of mindfulness, which is for all beings. That is already within you for a long time. This is the time where all of us will have to awaken and stay awake, which is pay attention to our breath going in and out by the nostril. Instead of breathe to survive, now we breathe to live the way we should be. We breathe to have a peace of mind. We breathe to love ourselves more than ever. No one in this world loves ourselves more than us. So, when we have time, what we should do is just pay attention to this nostril area. Breathe in, breathe out. Aware of that breath going in, aware of that breath going out. Patiently, mindfully. That's all we need to do. Let those breaths going in and out the way it is naturally. Do not force it. Don't try to force it to be long or short so that we can see our breath. Let's not do that. Just breathe normally like how you breathe right now. And be mindful of that breath going in. You can also count. 1 when we breathe in, 1 when breathe out. And then 2, breathe in, breathe out, count 2, breathe in, count 3, breathe out, count 3, in 4, out 4, in 5, out 5. And then reset from 1, 1, 2, 2 to 6, 6. And then reset from 1, 1 to 7, 7. And then 1, 1 to 8, 8. And then 1, 1 to 9, 9, 1, 1 to 10, 10. And start over again from 1 to 5. Each breath go in, count 1. Each breath go out, count 1. It's a pair like that. In 1, out 1, in 2, out 2, just like that. Be mindful with it. It's because, why do we need to count? It's because we don't have that habit of bringing our concentration back to this present moment. We always live with the past, sufferings. All of the bad things in our life is already recorded in here, in our mind. And it's always popping up one after another. That's why I call it a monkey mind. That monkey will jump here and there rapidly, will not stop. And us as human being, we are just like a horse. Why I say like a horse? Because those horses always walk on the same path over and over. When that horse already created a path for themselves, they're just gonna follow that path and walk on it. We are the same. When we already created a path for ourselves, which is a habit, then we tend to just walk on it, run on it, live with it, over and over. And sometimes when we see there's a light on the right side, there's a light right on the left side. Those lights are just like a calling. Please wake up. Don't follow those bad habits anymore. Stand up and walk away. trying to reach something by your side, on your right side. There's a light, there's a rope. Reach to it. Trying to find the shore. Swim in. Get off from that water. You be free. But then when we see all those, and when we see the branch, when we are in the river, that water just pushing us every day like that we call samsara, which is suffering world, suffering cycle. And then when we see something on the shore and we try to reach for it, try to get out of that water, and then when we try to swim in a little bit, we feel tired, we give up. We don't want to go for it anymore because walking on the same path is still easier for us, which is suffering. It didn't bring us any happiness, but we still prefer to live with it because we don't want to walk on a roller coaster road path. We always expect a smooth, a flatter road for ourselves to walk on. And then when we walk, we hit a piece of rock on the way. Climbing up a hill a little bit, we feel tired, exhausted. I don't want to continue, I'm tired. That's what we are. Why all those people, they are successfully, they have a lot of money, they do a lot of things. Do they have stress or no? They have full of stress. But why they still can move on to their life? Because they know how to manage their feelings. Unlike us, we don't know how to manage it. We let it go with the flow. We let it go with the way we always react, with the way we live. That is why we suffer so much and struggling with our life. And so when all those things that is already recorded in our head, in our mind, when there's a right conditions, the chance, when there's a right chance come, all those thoughts, all those already recorded in, it will pop up one after another in our head. And we think about it over and over, and we chase after it. We will not stop. That is not mindful. Because we chase after those thought means we live with the past and we think about the future. While right now and here, this present moment is what we should live with. Right now. Not the past, not the future. But in order for us to know that this is the moment right here, this is present, we have to have mindfulness. So when those thoughts popping up while we breathe in and breathe out, simply just acknowledge that, oh, I have thought, oh, that thought is popping up now. We don't have to talk like what I just said, okay? Just simply acknowledge that you have a thought. Acknowledge it, bring your concentration back to the breathing, right here, this nostril area. And then breathe in, breathe out again. Another thought pop up, another thought pop up. Again, we acknowledge it, bring it back here to the breathing. And then we breathe in, we breathe out. Trust me, there will be hundreds and millions of thoughts will popping up one after another. We don't have the new habit to bring our concentration back here yet. That is why we need to practice. But at the beginning, you will probably get bored really soon. You would think, oh, this is probably not the right method for me because it's so difficult, it's not right, because I don't see the results. But when you see you have thoughts, when you realize that there's a thought popping up, that is progress already. That is the results. To see what is going on, what's happening within you, that is the results of mindfulness. And now that you hear noise, you hear sound, you hear talking, door slam, anything like that, instead of asking what, who, where, why, Simply just acknowledge that as sound, 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 come back with the breathing. Any type of sensation, feelings on this physical body, acknowledge it as itchy when it's itchy, numb, pain, anything like that. Just acknowledge it and come back here. At the beginning, that is what I ask all of us here to do, is because we are training ourselves to have a new habit, to replace the old habit of chasing after thoughts. We don't do that anymore. Now we train ourselves to come back here with this present moment, to live with this present moment. When we are mindful enough, anything happen, when the world throwing lemons at us, throwing bitter melons at us, and rock at us, we will not react like the way we used to be anymore. Instead, we will pause, breathe, and stay at this present moment, which is our breath. For most of us, every single time, when things happen, we always react just like that, quickly. And when we react quickly, we don't have a second to think, oh, should I say that or not? When I say this, could be hurtful, right? So when we react like that, we say hurtful things and we do hurtful things to the others, and then we hold regret. And so for the monks who walk, at the beginning, I was just hoping that when we walk with mindfulness, hopefully there will be people driving by or walk across us. They just pause for a moment, they look back within themselves to see, do they really at peace or not? When they be able to stop for us, that is when they reflect themselves. Why do I have to be hurried like this? Why can't I just be like these monks? Slowly walk and mindfully walk. That is when peace begins from within, without self. But in order for all those to happen, we have to have mindfulness. Without mindfulness, we can't do anything, seriously. And because of this world is moving too fast, way too fast, and we always chase after it, trying to compete with it. And that's why we suffer. We always rush, and rush. We totally forgot ourselves. Breathe, but we're not aware that we have a breath. And then when the last moment of our life comes, this is when we fight for each and every breath, which is already late. While right now we still be able to practice, to know our breath, we should do it now instead. And the most important thing in our life is not being multitask anymore. Who's in here that multitask? Please raise your hand. I shouldn't ask this question, because all of us are multitask. So you've been living with multitask. How's your life now? Struggling? Cannot focus? Who's here that are students? Please raise your hand. Okay, a lot of students here too. Can you focus in studying? No? Straightforward. No? Why? It's because we always multitask and we don't have concentration. We do in one thing plus many more things together at one time. So which mind is concentrating on this and which one is concentrating on the others? While our minds can only catch one thing at a time. You eating, talking, watching movie, listening to music, looking at the lovers. You know who is your lovers? your cell phone. You have a partner, but you always cheat on him and her. Because you always have your lovers by your side, every single time. When you wake up in the middle of night, you don't talk with him and her, but you talk with your lover. And you could not go back to sleep. Is that right? Please tell me yes, louder. Do you see? All of you are like that. Why you laugh so hard right there? Is that you every day, every night? This is how we kill ourselves. Is that right? We always like this. And then when you have your lovers by your side, you go online and then you see a lot of things and now you could not go to sleep. And then you go online, you see some beautiful clothing, perfume and things like that is about to be on sale. And now your mind is thinking, oh, I have to remember that day so I can go grab one for myself. You see that? This is what we always been doing, right? We always keep ourselves sidetracked. And the difficult things in this world is for us to liberate our lovers. And guess what? Who's in here that already called the internet company and complained with them when the internet is down? A lot of us, right? We can't live without internet. But what if one day everything shut down? Back to like 20, 25 years ago, when we have a little pagers, maybe. And then before that, we don't have anything, right? We have a cell phone, which is a phone where we have to dial each and every number. Please tell me how many phone numbers, who is in here that can memorize 5 phone numbers? Quite a few. How about 10 phone number? Okay, that number is reduced a lot right there. Why is that? When back then you can memorize the whole phone book. What happened now? What's going on? It's because we've been living in this world and we depend on technologies way too much. Is that right? And then when you depend on it, you lose your memories. That is proven, isn't it? And so how many of us willing to lose your whole memories, to live every day waiting for people to bring food to us and feed us? We don't know anything. Who wants to be like that? Nobody. But if we keep doing that, we shouldn't be like a robot soon. Like those people who cannot control. They are unfortunate to be like that. But while we are not, so we should be able to manage our daily activities. Let's not live with your lovers too much every day from now. That is how you train yourself to have mindfulness. And one of the silliest things in this world are for all of us to bring your lover to the toilet and talk. Why you always want to bring your lover to the toilet and whispering with each other? So who is doing number 1 and number 2 for yourself? While you talk with him and her. If that is the true lover, I think he will say, it smells so bad. And then when you enjoy talking with him and her inside that toilet, while your family members are suffering outside waiting for his and her turn. See, that's why we always cannot focus, cannot concentrate on our study, on our work. We lose in our memories every day. We always get ourselves sidetracked. So how can we concentrate? We should manage all those activities wisely. Otherwise, we will mess up our days every day. And we as human beings shouldn't be like that. We deserve better. So in order for us to do that, we have to have a right effort to eliminate all the bad habits, all the unwholesome things that has been arise. We have to eliminate, with the right effort, to eliminate all the bad habits, all the unwholesome things that already has been arise within us. With the right effort, try to eliminate all those. And with the right effort, to restrain from letting all those bad habits and unwholesome things to come to us and record it in our head, in our mind. With these two, one is eliminating the one that already exists. One is we have to protect, we have to restrain, we have to do all that for ourselves not to commit into the bad habits and unwholesome things. And then with the right effort, we need to continue making all those wholesome things has been arise, that's staying with us. We have to continue making it. Let it bloom, let it spread, continue doing all the good things for ourselves. And for all those already has been with us, which is wholesome things, we need to make it stronger and stronger. With the right effort, we have to do all this in order for us to have a better life. And so, mindfulness, which is the breathing that I mentioned, this is something that we have to practice every day. And throughout our day, we have to be mindful on our lovers. We have to be mindful on our everything we're doing every day. One thing at a time, no more multitask. We got this, right? We have to practice every little thing, just one thing at a time. Focus in it. Just one thing. Focus. Pay fully attention to it. When you're done, you can move to the next one. Keep doing that every day. And then, at night time, 1 hour before bed. 1 hour before bed is very important for all of us here. If you live with your lovers within that 1 hour, your mind will have full of thoughts again. You could not go to sleep because of all those distractions online. And talking, texting. Your mind will keep wandering around and around. Think of all those things happening, so you cannot go to sleep. Within that 1 hour before bed, put him and her or her aside. Lock them up. Concentration on your breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. Just like that, for 1 hour, this is your only time. You spend your whole day for many other people already. This is the time when you love yourself. And you should love yourself that way, to breathe in and breathe out, because no one can do this for us, even AI nowadays. Right? AI can do a lot of things for us, but cannot breathe for us. So we have to do it ourselves, and then go to sleep. Tomorrow when we wake up, again, the first thing in the morning when we wake up is not reaching for your lover. Instead, get a piece of paper and a pen now. Write down the statement that I have talked about for the rest 85 days. Today is going to be my peaceful day. A piece of paper plus the mind working together is very, very important because this will remind us a lot more throughout our day. When you don't give your mind a job to do, it will automatically pick up all the trash to chew it over and over. What are the trash? Bad habits, old habits, bad things, sadness, stress, anxiety, depression, all those things within our life. Our mind will automatically pick them up and then think it over and over. That is when we are overwhelmed with thought and struggle. So before the mind is picking up all those, we give our mind a job to do, which is that piece of paper and a pen. While we think of those words, today is going to be my peaceful day. Write that down and read it over with our eyes. Read it over and over with our eyes. Now the mind have another job, which is the eyes. And then after that, read it out loud with the mouth. Today is going to be my peaceful day. To tell the universe that today is my peaceful day, so no one can mess it up except ourselves. We are the only person in this world who can mess our days up, no one else. It doesn't matter what the husband said. It doesn't matter what the wife said. If you don't take it in, you will have a peaceful day. So don't react. That's what it means. When things come, let's say the husband throwing lemons at you, means something, the talking, okay? Get those lemons and make some lemonades for both of you to drink. That's how it should be. What if they throw bitter melons? Take it, cook it, can consume it. Those are diabetes medicines that could cure diabetes. I don't know about American, but Asian, we eat a lot of bitter melon. That's why we are also bitter. Just kidding. So, anything happen, we shouldn't react. Instead, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, as many as you want, until you stay calm. Once you stay calm, you will not burn yourself. You will not burn your husband. You will not burn your family. That is our inside world. When that world is burning within our chest, you are the first one who feel it. Is that right? Don't let it burn. Because the more you let it burn, you soon will become barbecue. So don't. It's very hurtful. When you're angry, it burns. So take a deep breath until you stay calm and then focus on your concentration, on your breathing. That's all you need to do to stay calm. And so, throughout the day, work on that. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Work on it. Be mindful on one thing at a time. Do not multitask. Just like that. Be patient with it. And then that is when peace begins. If we don't have peace for ourselves, one person and then the next person. Let's say we are stressful in the family. When our family looking at our stressful face, how did they react? They wouldn't want to talk with us. Even if they try to fix that, we will tell them, leave me alone. That will turn the whole family into stress mode, right? And so when we are at peace, when our family, our kids look at us, they feel peaceful. They want to come to us instead of walk away. We have to make our world to be at peace first. That is how peace begins. So let us all say this statement one time together after I count to 3. Today is going to be my peaceful day, okay? Say it out loud. 1, 2, and 3. You can hear those sound, those voice, right? Of all the people here saying one thing with that energy alone, we can feel it. If everybody here doing this one thing in the morning only, that's all we need. Enough to spread to the universe, loving kindness, compassion, and peace. What if all the people in this United States and all the beings in this universe, in this world, doing just one thing? Today is going to be my peaceful day, and then work through it every day. What will it turn out? There will be world peace. Because it's take all the people to work together, to walk together for this mission. So the world will be at peace. It will turn into a better place for all beings to live. That is when peace and how peace bloom and flourish. It's not just these venerable monks walk and then the world will automatically be at peace. It's not like that. It's required all of us here to walk with the monks every day. So who's in here that willing to walk with the monks? All of us here, right? All of us will walk with the monks? In spirit, yes. If you say in person, then you have to ask the chief right here and assistant, all the police. They wouldn't like that because it will create chaos out there. Okay? So all of us have to walk in spirits by practicing mindfulness every day and live with loving kindness and compassion. And spread that message to all the people we know. Take them to walk with us to Washington, D.C. But Washington, D.C. is not the final destination. We have to walk to the end of our life because this is the practice. Something that we have to take into action and practice every day for our own benefits. That I have to say this again. No one in this world loves you more than yourself. If you don't love yourself to create peace for yourself, no one can bring it to us. There's a gentleman come to me when I walk. He just suddenly run to me and kneel down in front of me and say, "Friend, can you pray for me?" I say, "Why?" He say, "My back hurt really bad. Can you pray for me so for the back pain go away?" I say, "Congratulations. Because I do have back pain for 17 years and I still have back pain right now. So can you pray for me for those who go away?" Then he starts to laugh and he says, "So there's no way?" I say, "Yes, there's a way. Acceptance. If you can accept that, live with it. Try to do exercise, find a way to work on it, to release it. Every day, just like me, my back hurt every day, to be honest with you. I carry a lot of weight. These right here, they just added some more weights on me. And I have 2 bags on my shoulder as well. A lot of weights. It hurt. But I didn't cry for that or give up on that. I still walk every day, even though it's hurt. I still smile. I still laugh when people come to me. You know why? Because all of your lovers are pointing at me everywhere. I can't just like this all the time, right? I used to be very serious, but now I have to smile a lot more. So, if we can accept ourselves, we are free. It won't bother us. Whatever in our life, if we can accept it, live with it, be mindful, purify your mind, everything will change. If you rejected it, you will suffer 100%. And to tell you one thing, this physical body only suffers 10% if something happened, but your reactions add 90% on top of that. Makes ourselves suffer 100%. So should only live, start at about 10% only. Can we do that? Okay, so now that my talk about the peace, all of us here will agree that we will walk together with the Venerable monks. So let us take that into action because we don't want to waste our time, right? We've been wasting a lot of time for ourselves already in our life. Now, this is the time, the call, all of us have to take into action. Don't waste it anymore. But one thing I have to tell you, when you come here with peace, sit in here, listen to my talk with peace, is it still at peace? I guess not. That's really low energy right there. Are you still at peace? You're not bored yet, right? Okay, but here one last thing. When you come with peace, stay in here, listen with peace. But when you leave, this is the time where you can see yourself how it reacts. You know why? Because you have to go through the crowd. You have to try to get out of those traffic right there. This is a time you always rush yourself back to normal. You have to rush yourself. Your peace will be fragile. Not anymore. That is when you waste 10 hours here. Within that 10 hours, you could do a lot of things. Instead of sitting here and then after that you ruined your day. You messed up your day. Remember that? So when you go home, please be mindful. Be patient. Don't rush anymore. We have to slow down. Slow down. And then when you drive, please don't talk with your lover. Be mindful. Because later we also have to walk on those roads. Okay? So be mindful when driving home. Be mindful on everything you do. Thank you so much, everyone. May you all be well, be happy, and be peaceful.